morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending upon when you're listening to this podcast. This is Kunal Sok and you have tuned into FC Social Echo, a platform specially curated and designed for all the poets, storytellers and musicians who can put their talent on display and help all of us reflect on the society. This podcast is brought to you by Frowning, a theatre production and a YouTube channel which, if you have not checked yet, please do go ahead and check it out, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Alright, without wasting any more time, let's get started with today's podcast. As I sit and record this podcast, the world is scared. I'm a bit paranoid too, and yes, my parents, my family and friends are super worried. All because of something that few of us knew as a beverage till now, but now the whole world knows it as a deadly virus. Just yesterday at 5 p.m. in India, we all clapped, whistled, cheered and thanked all the people who have been helping us fight the virus and contain it as much as possible. But you know what? It's not only their responsibility to stop this virus from spreading, it's our responsibility as well. Wash your hands, do not step out unless extremely necessary, and most importantly, do not panic, as we will fight this and get through this. If we do our bit, this world will fight this deadly virus. And don't worry, we are here to keep you entertained and to bring you guys the best poetries from across the globe. Having said that, let's start off with the first poem of today's episode, which is by a poet from Bangalore. Her name is Shafiya, and in true sense, she has encapsulated what the world is going through at this time with Corona around. So, without wasting any more time, let's hear her poetry out right away.
आज पूरी दुनिया में एक अलग ही हलचल छाई है। एक नज़र से देखा जाए तो खौफ और डर के बीच एक सुकून सी छाई है। हवा कुछ ज़्यादा ही साफ लगने लगी है, मगर सांस लेने में डर लग रहा है। नदियों का पानी ज़्यादा पाक लगने लगा है, मगर पीने से दिल घबरा रहा है। और सड़कें, उनका तो ना पूछो तो ही बेहतर। 1940 में जैसे सुनसान सड़कें हुआ करती थी, ठीक उसी तरह आज खामोश और सन्नाटे से भरी गलियां हैं। आज दुनिया में एक सबसे छोटे, आंख को न दिखने वाले वायरस ने धरती की फ्यूज उड़ा दी है, मगर उसने वो कर दिखाया है जो कई सालों से किसी ने ना किया हो। कई सारे फैमिलीज को जोड़ दिया है। एयरपोर्ट्स में फ्लाइट्स की पार्किंग फुल कर दी है। दुनिया में वो जो मशीनों की ज़िंदगी हुआ करती थी, उसे थोड़ा रुका दिया है। सिनेमा घर बंद हो गए, घूमने फिरने की जगह पर ताले लग गए। सबसे बड़ी बात, स्कूल कॉलेजों ने लंबी छुट्टी सुना दी और एग्ज़ाम्स पोस्टपोन पे पोस्टपोन हुए जा रहे हैं। अंग्रेज़ों की तरह हाय कहने की और शेक हैंड की परंपरा नमस्ते में बदल गई। जिन्हें दूरियों से डर हुआ करता था और दुख होता था, आज 6 फुट का फासला बनाए फिर रहे हैं। पहले कभी हाथ साफ करने के लिए स्पेशल प्रिकॉशंस नहीं लिए जाते थे, पर अब सैनिटाइजर के बिना इंसान सांस भी नहीं ले रहा है। जितनी भी पोल्यूशन हो, मास्क पहनने में पहले बड़ी दिक्कत होती थी, और आज मास्क के बगैर जीना गवारा नहीं। मगर कुछ तो बात है इस वायरस आउटब्रेक में। आज हर सांस महसूस हो रही है, हर लम्हा जीने का एहसास हो रहा है। अपनों के साथ ज़्यादा वक्त बिताने को मिल रहा है, मानो जैसे प्यार सा होने लगा है इस बदलाव से। आज वही बचपन वाला गाना याद आ रहा है, वी शैल ओवरकम, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब someday. Deep in my heart पूरा है विश्वास, we shall overcome एक दिन।
Truly beautiful. The poem that Shafiya has written did not only talk about all the problems that we are facing as a result of this lockdown, but also stressed upon a lot of good things that have been happening as a result. It's true that the sky looks more clearer, the air seems fresh now. Apparently, a few days ago, dolphins were spotted in the waters around Mumbai. Yeah, you heard it right. Even I could not believe it till I saw a video clip. Surely this lockdown is working like a miracle for our environment, but unfortunately, for this miracle to happen, a deadly virus had to intrude. Hopefully, as we step out of this lockdown, we would have learned a lesson of keeping our environment clean and fresh. Because anyways, what's the point of killing this virus and safeguarding our respiratory systems if we are not going to have enough oxygen to breathe? Anyways, this is my perspective and my thoughts that I had after I heard Shafiya's poem. But let's ask her what inspired her to write this beautiful piece. Well, I'm sure we are already aware of what answer she's going to give, but let's just hear it out.
Definitely, it has to be the current virus outbreak across the globe and the peace that we find within ourselves and in our houses, spending time with our families, that made me think a bit and write this down. So that is how I came up with penning down this poem. And my takeaway message for everybody out of this particular poem would definitely be that though it is a terrifying situation across, I would just say everybody not to panic. Being a medico myself, I would just suggest people to be a little safe and take precautions. And also, my request to everybody is that the only thing that can actually stop this outbreak would be cooperation of each one of us for a better tomorrow. And I would just say, as in my poem, that we will definitely overcome all this. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.
Well, yes, as she said, she is a medico herself. And her words and message for all of us is to stay safe, stay indoors, stay hygienic, and most importantly, cooperate. So let's promise ourselves that we will do whatever it takes from our side to kill and kick out this virus from our system and our society. But you know what? Viruses are not only biologically present in nature. Some of them are stuck in our minds, in our hearts, controlling our psychology, our thought process, our lives, our reactions, our emotions. And the fight with such a virus is going to be alone. Yep, you will have to fight yourself. So before we take on this fight, let's get to know more about them through our next poem by a Chennai girl who has currently been living in Bangalore. Let's hear out the poem by Sneha thus.
I was 13, I was 21, I was 30, I am 50. New times, new situations, new people, new relations, but them feelings, them thoughts, them helplessness, all the same. You see, like all daughters, I have taken after my mother, and sometimes I can't help it but blame her for passing on these traits to me as a tradition from mother to daughter. All my life, I have seen her not giving up on her relations and inducing the feeling in me that relations are God's gift to us mortals, which need to be treasured. So, the trait, the tradition, or the pattern has been passed on. The pattern of accepting the fragments of love and never daring to ask for the whole of it. The pattern of making excuses for others. The pattern of not excusing myself. The pattern of making space for others in my heart while I let my own thoughts crash to the back of my head. In the end, my thoughts are like waves which splatter and crash as tears, those silent ones which can be wiped only by me. And still, I get up, smiling, to follow the pattern every day, everywhere.
So it's all about patterns then. Patterns created by the society, by ourselves, by families, by relations. You will have to break those patterns. As Sneha rightly said, you will have to get up, wipe your tears, but then not follow the same pattern. That's the only way of defeating it. That's the only way of coming out of it. But let's hear it from Sneha and try and understand what inspired her to write this beautiful poem.
So sometimes with our friends or with our relatives, we tend to ignore some behaviors of theirs which could cause us unhappiness or grievances, and we tend to defend them by saying that this is their very nature, so this shouldn't really bother us, but they still love us, and that's what matters. And we tend to suppress our emotions, and we behave as though nothing is wrong, and we get by. So when we suppress what we really feel, we tend to justify that by saying that it is bringing peace and harmony to the relationship, and that's what really counts. But I think it is okay to introspect whether it brings peace to us as an individual and also prioritize that. And I would suggest the listener also to think about that.
Well, these poems are definitely gonna make me think a lot about a lot of things that are happening in my life. I hope these poems help you reflect on the society and your surroundings as well, because that's the main point of FC Social Echo. With this, we have come to an end to the very first episode of FC Social Echo. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let us know in the comment section below what you think about this podcast. Do not forget to like and share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to our YouTube channel Frowning, because guys, it's free of cost, and plus you'll get amazing podcasts and videos in future. If you want to be part of these podcasts, fill out the Google form attached in the description below. And until next time, keep smiling and let the clown do the frowning. Bye-bye.